All right, let me just kind of see now, what is your person up to? Go to part 1 to make sure this whole reading makes sense, okay? And like I said, part 1 doesn't apply to you. The rest of this reading's not going to make sense, okay? But let me see, how's your person doing? Because that one, I didn't mean to make this reading a two-parter, but I feel like this collective, you are taking on a lot, okay? Oh, wow. So I got the Tower, 4 of Cups in reverse, and then the Moon, as far as what your person's up to about this connection, okay? One second. So I'm not going to lie, I think this person's going through an ego death, because then at the bottom of the deck, I got the 10 of Swords right there. So I feel like something behind the scenes that this collective, you're clearly not aware about, is falling apart. And I think a lot of it has to do with also their emotional maturity. Now, I will say this again, this person's heavily watching you, but I feel like this is kind of a problem. This person, and the reason I feel like self-sabotage seems to be a big one between you and this person. And again, I discussed in part 1 where yours kind of came into play. This person, I think this person, they could struggle with depression. They could struggle with mental health of some form, because I feel like that every time something bad goes on in their life, they go down this spiral. You know, unfortunately, life, shit happens. You're going to get rejected. Your car is going to fall apart. You're going to lose your job. I know that sounds horrible, but it's like your person really takes it deeper than it needs to be. So I feel like there was a memory. That's what I'm saying. I feel like as bad as this reading, let me make it clear, go to part 1, but both of you are to blame. I'm going to be, this collective is more about part 1. This person, there was a memory. I feel like this person lost something, and I'm getting more of a job. Their car broke down. They lost something. Again, I'm getting more has affected their stability, okay? And then they could have went down a spirally loop, and that's when their self-sabotage got triggered. Because they had nothing to offer you. They literally had no, so that's what I'm saying. For some, I'm hearing they could, that's what I'm saying, an ending took place in their life before things ended. Like I said, for others of you, this person could have ended this dynamic, or you could have. And like I said, self-sabotage is a huge thing between you and this person. And again, it's the both of you. Let me do another one. Knight of Pentacles. That's where I think the both of you been the Magician. I think the both of you been improving. I'm not going to lie. I think this person's learning to get out of their own way. Makes me curious if this person could be blonde. I don't know why I'm picking up. Somehow blonde. This person could have blonde hair, or light brown. It's like a lighter color hair. And you're the opposite. Maybe you have really dark hair. Like I said, that part doesn't have to apply, but I'm seeing this person could have like blonde hair, or like a light brown tone to it, tan skin, or they could have a darker complexion, or they're dark skin for sure. But regardless, I feel like the both of you have evolved. I'm not going to lie. I think this person's matured a lot when it comes to their emotions. This is impressive, but let me confirm that Tower. Okay, so I got the 5 of Swords and then the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You got the same thing. There's that self-sabotage I was talking about. This person could have really blown it with you, but again, this collective, you weren't off the hook. And maybe, I feel like that's the only thing that could have been toxic, and the cell is maybe the both of you pointed fingers at each other. Again, this collective, I talked about your jealousy. I will say this, if this is really your reading so far, if you think this person ran off and chose somebody else, no. Or if that was a fear you're kind of having, no. I think this person has, unfortunately, like I said, I'm picking up depression. Have they improved? Yes. Maybe there was a memory at one point you tried to tell them maybe you should go see a therapist or go get on certain medicines, and maybe this person at one point refused to. Like, I feel like this person at one point just refused to get out of their own way. Things are shifting and getting... Okay, so yeah, then I did get the 3 of Cups and then the Knight of Wands and then the 8 of Cups. This person could have been, you know, went on dates, but I feel like, again, to confirm your jealousy triggers, this collective, this person never cheated on you. I think this person went on dates while you guys were in separation, but they never committed themselves to anybody with that 8 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, okay? No, this is not somebody I feel like that went and fell in love with somebody or chose somebody else. I think, again, this is somebody that couldn't get out of their own way. And the moment something went wrong in their life, they would go down this deep spiral a little bit. The same thing with you. You would go spiraling too. And I feel like this person with that Knight of Wands energy, they were very jackrabbity is more the verbiage I want to get. They couldn't know how to, they weren't stable when it came to their own emotions. They weren't very centered. So there could have been memories this person would have not really been very responsive to you, and that's where your triggers got set in a little bit. Okay, and then let me see, and then I got the Fool, and then the Six of Swords. I think this person's still a little bit impulsive. I'm not going to lie. That's where I'm saying if this person ended it with you, I have to say, I will say, whether it's you or this person, I think whoever ended this dynamic, like I said, could have been this person that could have blown it. I think one of you did it and be like, crap, I didn't mean to do that. Well, we're broken up anyways. While we're in this breakup period, I'm going to both of you go do some self-reflection, because I think in your own ways, the both of you took some serious accountability. And I'm not going to lie, whether you notice this or not, I think this hit your person harder than what they led on to be, especially again if they're struggling with depression or some form of mental health. I think they took this breakup a lot harder than they thought they would kind of take it. Let me just do a couple more and then I will get into real quickly, is it really over? Page of Pentacles and Two of Cups. I think there's been a lot of improvements, especially with the Six of Swords, of them, getting everything under control. Two of Pentacles, everything balancing out for them. And I think they're maybe in a spot, I'm going to be honest, they may be open to receive and be ready. So I will say, is it over? I'm not here to tell you what to do. If you don't want this person back, obviously do not take them back. There could be a chance of you guys rekindling, but let me see. I think you guys found your right person, wrong time. Let me see now, is it over? What is the outcome of this beautiful dynamic? The Magician. Let me just... I was just going to say, let me do 4 cards. The Magician, the Hermit, the Six of Cups, the Knight of Cups are coming. Scorpio season is going to be very big for this collective. You or this person could be a Scorpio. But what I just say with the Hermit, you guys have done a lot of reflection. I think, again, both of you are to blame. I think you guys are at a more mature spot. Knight of Cups, normally I'm not a fan of Knight of Cups because that's kind of like player energies a little bit of a... But considering how much distance and self-reflection is being done, I really think that both of you have evolved more when it comes to your emotions. So I feel like this person is going to come in at an innocent spot. They're going to come in and be like, hey, I'm seeing a little bit of shyness out of this person. Like, hey, I have something for you. I think you would like it. I don't know why I'm picking it up like that. But yes, Seven of Pentacles and the Judgment is peeping out. There's a wake up that has happened. But here's the thing. Can you guys make it work without abandoning each other again? Or abandoning yourselves? Because what does self-sabotage do? You don't just abandon each other. You really abandon yourself. That's where I said back in part 1 about this collective. When you go into self-sabotage, you think that you're in protective mechanism. If anything, you're losing your mind and you're losing yourself. So are you, whether it's this person, next person, doesn't matter, or somebody new, are you capable without letting jealousy seep over? With all due respect, are you going to freak out every time this person's phone goes off? Or if a girl does message him, are you going to jump into a mode when in reality that could be their coworker wanting to know if they can cover a shift? You know what I'm saying? Let me do a couple more about the outcome. Eight of Wands, Ace of Cups. This is such a beautiful reading. I said Scorpio for season, but for some of you, this could come sooner. But you got a new opportunity with this person coming. Are you kidding me? This is now. I would say, seriously, anywhere between now and Scorpio season, the Strength. That's where I was asking, are you okay to accept this without letting old patterns? I think you can. I think this person can. There's that Knight of Wands. That's the only thing I am seeing. A little bit of impulse on them, but this is your